This is part 7 of my condensed footage. Now, like I stated, what you are about to see in these videos, the next couple of videos, will take a giant leap forward in what is going on here, where you can see my process working. I'll explain my blackmailing process of what I did to them, and how I got them to reveal themselves and reveal that they are a hive mind, all working in tandem. And you can tell, based on what they're doing to me, all has one common theme, one umbrella term, a common theme, where it's little girls or boys, dogs, and they want to insinuate that they're my family or other versions of me. Now let's keep watching from the other video. And I can prove every single thing is real, and I will even make a condensed footage of my condensed footage to get it down to a half an hour to an hour video explaining all of this without sounding like some crazy person.
Say that they're me, say that, imagine someone going up to you and saying that they're the real you.
And this is on fast forward.
Insane to think that someone ever believed that about me. I mean, they ever believed that I believe that about them. So them believing that I'm mentally challenged or something is stupid. I mean, the other day, there was literally a book, and I have it on film, where it said create.
And I showed you where there was a book down there on footage where it literally said creativity, and then it was a book right next to it, not like this, not the way normal books are. I mean, it was improperly displaced to the point where it wasn't even facing up like those other books. It was just spilt on the ground. A book with a girl on it, Marilyn Monroe, and a book next to it said creative. And then a book near it said Five Nights at Freddy's. I have it on video. And it was to insinuate that I have to think creative and be a girl, or else they'll torture me. And they're trying to intimidate me into it to believe in Lucifer instead of God, because I always say I'm Jesus Christ, because I really am. And it follows the same pattern as the other videos that you have seen if you're on part 7, most likely, where all the things in the store, about 50 to 80% of them, every single time I go in the store, has to do with them insinuating I'm a girl, or a dog, or both, or a child, or they're different versions of me, all sorts of crazy stuff.
Creative. And then it said again, think about it. Jesus calling.
And even right there, right next to Jesus calling the book, there is a vibrant life training paths, because they want to insinuate I'm a dog or a little girl. Now the evidence should be compiling at a point where I'm sorry with my speech. I'm sorry if I don't sound the way you would want me to. I'm sorry if my voice is too high pitched or whatever, but the evidence is combining at a rate where this should be blowing up in your mind, and you should be sharing this with every single person in the whole world, because this does not mean that there's a bunch of crazy people who want me to be a little girl or a dog. This would mean that the Illuminati is real, which would mean I am Jesus, and it would mean that the world is going to end. It would mean that evil lizard people are truly really real, and it would also include the fact that Miami almost isn't real, if at least 70 to 90% or even more, maybe a tiny bit less, of these people are all demonic reptilian shapeshifters. And the same thing was happening in Washington, D.C., and slightly it was happening in Nord, which means it's getting worse and worse and worse, and that this is a demonic alien invasion, and that it needs to be reported, and everyone is blinded and asleep, and no one is doing anything about it, because no one even believes in Jesus Christ anymore. And even Satanists don't believe that Satan's real. Not every single one of them, at least, but still.
The dog thing here, because I made them feel
what are the odds that someone happened to do that, and mix that with every single other sign, or not sign, but every single other demonic activity that they have done in my series? Combine this all together, it would not make sense one bit how this is not all linked. This is not one person hunting me and haunting me. This is a bunch of different people all around the store, all across parts of the world. When I was in Washington, D.C., and in Attleboro, it happened. It was like 1% in Attleboro. In Washington, D.C., they started doing weird stuff like that, and now it went from 10% to 90% intensity, down to like 2% again, to 5%, and now it's at like 50% intensity in the stores. But it's getting so obvious that it might as well be 1,000,000%. Because it is clear that there is a common goal among these people. There's a common theme uniting all of these strange behaviors around the store. It is not just random soda or random this or random that. I am not pointing out that they are misplacing stuff from the store. I'm pointing out the fact that what are the odds all of a sudden a bunch of people start, it's like the demonic entities are encircling me, approaching me, and the effects of what they're doing are intensifying, and I psychologically blinded them and blindfolded them in a sense that they are now basically blackmailed into doing this more or less. Either way, lose-lose situation for them and win-win for me, because if they stop doing it, all the people who said that it wasn't normal, that said that it was normal, will think it wasn't. And if they keep doing it, it's almost like they have to keep doing it at a smaller rate, where if they do it too much, it'll be black win for me. If they do it not at all, it'll be win for me. But if they do it just a little bit, then they might be able to get away with it. And like I told you, I work in strange and mysterious ways, and there's no way anyone out here doesn't notice this by now. And like I said in the other video, where there's a video I published recently, because it was an old video, where I was saying that what are they going to do? People might accuse me of being like Spider-Man. And all of a sudden there was a Spider-Man outfit near the cable cords, because they wanted me to feel like I was on their leash. It's how they talk. It's like subliminal messaging.
Call Jesus, and it's a bunch of little, girls singing Call Jesus. And again, that's not Jesus. Just in case you know. I don't think you'd be some of them. Imagine aliens watching this. You're all smarter than aliens. In some weird way. Think about it. So it's, really would. To some of it. Unless, I'd say educated would be the perfect thing I could say, because I timed out with that. Believe it or not. And then there's something next called Five Nights at Freddy's. They're basically trying to say, I have to think creatively, like the video, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Look it up. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 1, and then watch all of it. It's about being in a simulation. That's why I said
about being in like a simulation. Now, I have other videos where I talk about the fact that I have proof that we are literally in the Matrix, and that it's a Matrix that I took over because I'm literally an alien, not a human trying to save humanity. I can prove that another time, because I think that if I can prove that they're real, you'll believe anything I say, because I would never lie. But I have another video coming out soon. You will see that this is literally a simulation in Matrix. I can prove it, that I have over 70 to 80 songs that are all on Hayden's birthday or a day after, that all have to do with him, and based on the wording, can literally prove that the Illuminati is real. Such as this song right here called Disturbed, or by Disturbed, called Voices, which is a band I listen to, and Stupefy. Even the lyrics are coming back again. One twisted mind who couldn't tell a difference, because I made Hayden Lonsdale work with the Illuminati, and I made him think that that was me. And I was giving him secret signs from basically a different universal simulation, and invaded this one to save it. I know this might sound crazy, but hey, I'm actually really Jesus Christ, and if you want to talk to me, I'll tell you the truth. I'm nothing but the truth, and I'm only the truth. I'm the truth, the light, and the way, and the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. And I don't know how to tell you this, but this is all real. Reptilian demonic lizard people are actually literally real and encroaching upon me. They are coming after me at an alarming rate, and no one's doing anything about it, because no one can even see that they're real, or would even believe me that they're real.
Point of the video, besides other stuff and people have different interpretations, is about being in a simulation and someone controlling you, and you have a real you.
Now, if you look up at the way I enunciate that sentence, the way I say it, how natural that sentence seems, it doesn't appear to someone who studies body language that I timed it out like that. It happens to say yeah when I say, basically was saying, something about a simulation, and then I go there and it happens to be symmetry right there, so naturally just pointing at it. That's how I can prove that there's more than me. As in, not them, but I'm more than a human, like I talked about in other videos.
Like Sims. And they don't believe that the real me is just me, and that you guys talk to the other me, the digital me, basically. And just so you humans will know. Sims. I zoom in, you're supposed to assume that that's what me in the game, Sims.
And that's about the video Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 4, where it basically says that virtual you controlled by real you. And then the day the earth stood still with Neo, the guy who played Neo. And the girl said to him, "Are you human?" And he said, "My body is," which also implies that his brain, or what's thinking form, talking form, isn't human.
It's like simulation. It's like someone's playing Sims with me. God, basically
and just
playing
like
Sims
in
with
the
me.
Bible, the end, it says, "Do not fear, for I will
Bad
speak
grandpa,
for you."
they're always trying.
they
Yeah,
always
they think
want
we're
me
old
to
people too. I know it sounds crazy.
insinuate
I need a conspiracy theorist on my side. I need someone to actually understand what I say. Instead of even the religious people, the Christians, the